Hello there, this is Dawn Stillwell, and you are listening to Dawnings, a positive podcast. I know it's been a while since I've posted a podcast, but life has been super busy. But today I am back, and I think I'm going to call this podcast, Why Not You? Now, this is a question that came to me when I was doubting my ability to do something recently. And I wanted to share my take on this with all of you because I think some of you have some sort of project or a desire to do something that's lit up in your heart, but you've not given yourself the permission to act on it. And sometimes we do that because we think, who are we to do this? Who am I to think I could do something so lofty? And we doubt our abilities, or we might doubt that we have what it takes to do it, or we might just doubt that we're worthy of such a lofty goal. And I'm here to tell you today, that's bullcrap. Plain and simple, that's bullcrap. I would use a different expletive, but I'm trying to keep this clean. But the thing is, why not you? If you have a desire that's kind of lit up inside you and it's bigger than you, and you think, oh, there's no way I could ever do this. Well, if you're not going to do it, then who's going to do it? We are all imbued with the essence of God. The Bible even says, Jesus, I think it's a red letter phrase, haven't I said that ye are all gods? So I'm not trying to give you a God complex or anything. I'm just trying to tell you this is who you are. You are a facet of God. And because you are a facet of God, you have incredible innate abilities. And sometimes when you get an inkling that you want to do something, and it just kind of seems way out there, you talk yourself out of it because you think, who do I think I am that I could do this? And as I said recently in this podcast, why not you? You have the desire, you have the dream, and you must have some of the abilities, or you wouldn't even consider that you might be able to step out and do this thing that seems too hard or too big for you to do. So I'm not only here to tell you that, yes, you can do it. I'm giving you permission. Not that you need my permission, but I'm giving you permission to give yourself permission to not only dream big, but to reach for those bigger things and to go for it. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what happened to me 20 years ago. 20 years ago, I was in my 30s and I was raising children. I had aspired to be a minister, and I was working in my current church as the church librarian / secretary / Sunday morning musician. And my husband at the time was a deacon in the church. Now, there were a series of things that happened that year. My husband decided that he no longer wanted to be in our marriage. And the church we were in had a problem with, how shall we put this delicately? Let's just say I had some issues with the leadership because they were a little too nosy about what was going on in my life. And they had tried to exert a level of control over my life that I realized was not good for me. But up until that point, I had twisted who I was to try to fit a set of rules and expectations in order to fit in properly. So at church, I was trying to twist myself into what they said I should be. And at home, I was trying to twist myself into the submissive and docile woman because that's what the church was telling me I should be. So I was not being true to myself. I was not being authentic. And as a result of my world kind of crashing down around me between the breakup of my marriage and then the subsequent leaving of this church and my support system, I had this beautiful opportunity in hindsight, because at the time I was not thinking this was a beautiful opportunity. But I had this wonderful opportunity to do some soul searching and realize that I no longer wanted to live this life of trying to pigeonhole myself into a box that didn't fit me. And up to that point, other than the raising of my children, I really didn't have a whole lot of successes. I had tried to do certain things. I had been sabotaged. I had been put down. And so I really didn't think I could accomplish anything. But this opportunity to reprogram my thinking, and that's exactly what I did. You can call it self-brainwashing, but that's what I did. I mean, if you want to live at a different level than where you're at, your thinking has to change and meet the level that you aspire to. And I did write a book about that. It's called Healing Impact, Changing Your Thoughts to Empower Your Life, or something like that. And it describes what I did. And so I listened to uplifting CDs and tapes and things like that. I changed how I spoke to myself. You know, that inner voice that you have, and sometimes that inner voice is just, very negative and whatever. I had to reprogram that voice. I had to learn to be my own best friend. And why do I say this? I say this because when you become your own best friend, you become your own cheerleader, and you decide that I am worthy of doing the things that I want to do. I am worthy of having the things that I want to have. And you start working on yourself to aspire to those things that you want to do and want to have, and the person that you want to be. And when you do that, you will find that there is very little in life that you cannot achieve when you believe in yourself. Dr. Wayne Dyer has a book. It's called When You Believe It, You Will See It. I believe that's how it's called. But basically, it's not when you see it, you'll believe it. It's when you believe it, you will see it. So I recommend that book if you're struggling in that area. There's all kinds of things out there like vision boards and the law of attraction, things like that. There's all these modalities that you can use to basically encourage yourself so that you can aspire to these things. And if you're thinking you can't do these big things, I'm here to tell you that all you have to do is change your mind. Change your mindset, set a goal, and go for it. Everything is made up anyway. The rules of society are made up. Most of the Bible is made up. And I know people are going to go, oh, I can't believe you said that. Hey, most of the stuff was written hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. And it was people trying to explain their take on God as they understood it. And so it's like, here, this is what we know, but you know what? You can go so much further than that. But this podcast isn't about that. It's about why not you? You are able to do great things if you set your mind to it. There's a quote out there, whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right. Because if you believe you can't do something, then yeah, you're not going to be able to do it. You won't be able to put, your best effort forward because you think you're done before you even start. And that's not a good place to be. That's not a good place to jump off from, like to launch yourself into this big dream or this big project that you have if you don't think you can do it. And why do you think you can't do it? Because you haven't done it before? Well, how many things in life have you done that you haven't done before when you did it? Like drive a car, or get married, or get a promotion, or get that job that you wanted. I mean, there's so many things that you have done in your life, and you didn't disqualify yourself because you hadn't done it before, but you went and did it because it's something that you wanted. So why not you? You got a book in you, but you think, oh, who's gonna read what I have to say? Well, you don't know, because maybe that thought of putting that book out there, maybe your story is something that somebody else is dying to read, because you can tell a story that they so need to hear. I've been in the publishing business for almost 10 years, and I can tell you some of the best books that I've read are those where people share their personal memoirs, their personal struggles and stories in order to bless and encourage others. That's just one example. And I'm putting this podcast out there to encourage you, because I'm sitting with a project idea and I'm thinking, am I able to do this? And it's like, well, yes, I can do this. It's a project. It's another book. But I almost talked myself out of starting to research and write this book, because it's kind of a bigger project than the other ones that I've done. So as I'm encouraging you, I'm encouraging myself. Why not me? I have a message I want to put out there, and I have the tools and the experience to be able to bring this to pass. And when I'm done uploading this podcast, I'm going to start working on that project. And I encourage you, if you've got something in your heart that kind of lights you up, but you've been afraid to put feet to that idea, to that project, to that dream. I don't know what inspired it, but the thing is that inspiration is there, and you have so many gifts and talents already. Why not be the one to go for it? Why not be the one to bring it to fruition? Why not you? Because maybe this idea, this project, this dream is something that the world needs, and you are divinely created to bring it to pass. I have faith in you. So how about you find some faith in yourself as well? This is Dawn Stillwell. You've been listening to Dawnings. I hope you have a great week, and I don't know when I'll be back, but I promise I will be back. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.